All right. Hello and welcome to the official kickoff of ArtFest Online. If you are watching with us right now, thank you for joining. If you wouldn't mind just leaving a comment in the comments below on the video, that lets me know that there are people watching. If you give me just a few minutes, I'll get some set up here. So my name is Nate Shepard, if we haven't already met. And basically what this live stream is I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview of what this event has in store for us. There's tons of really exciting and interesting things happening over the next 10 days. And then if some of you decide to stick around, then I will be just jamming a little bit with some instrumental dance music. I suppose I kind of have to just let you know up front that I'm kind of a low energy personality. Usually, kickoff makes it sound like it's really, a big deal of a lot of excitement and stuff. And I'm not an excitable person, if you know me at all. And then this this festival has taken a lot of work to put together, and so I'm a little tired. You can ask my wife. I've put in a lot of hours over the past couple of weeks, so I do apologize in advance if I'm not as exuberant as maybe I feel on the inside, but I think we'll still have some fun. If you're just joining us, please leave a comment to let me know that you're here, and if there are any issues with regards to just being able to see something or hear something, just let me know, because I can't actually tell how it sounds out there. So, well, let's get into it. As I go through this, if you have any questions, this is live. I'm doing this from my basement right now. And so if you do have questions, feel free to comment in the comments below. If you are watching this on the website, artfestonline.com, you might have to click on the video to open it into YouTube in order to be able to comment. And you do have to be signed into a YouTube account in order to be able to comment. So feel free to let me know. I see so far that Samuel and my wife Andrea are here and watching. So thank you to the couple of you who are here. Let me first start by explaining just a little bit about what ArtFest Online is. So the idea behind it is pretty simple. There's two components to it. First of all, as you are fully aware, we've got a lot happening in our nation and in the world that is making things more difficult for artists, artists like myself and others who've lost a lot of income. And so ArtFest Online is basically designed to provide a little bit of additional income for some of those artists. So we've hired about 10 to 15 different artists to do different things for this event, and we've been able to pay all of them due to some generous sponsorship of some of the organizations that are involved. I feel like I should mention the organizations that are involved because that is important. So we have 4 sponsors: myself as Nate Shepard Media, and then we also have Nicolet College here in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, and Art Start Inc. also in Rhinelander, and then WXPR, which is our local Rhinelander radio station. And so we have those organizations that are supporting us. I do see a note here that someone's saying that the website is not currently streaming properly. I'm not entirely sure why that is. So hopefully we will solve some of those issues. I'm not personally seeing it as an issue, but I think it might have something to do with the permissions on the video. So we will get some of these bugs worked out as we go along here because, we're going to be using a lot of live streaming throughout this event. So the first component is to be able to pay artists to be able to provide some income for them. But the second is really we just want to provide opportunities for people to get into creative things. And whether that's something where you are a creative professional or you just starting out and are interested in trying a new art form. And so we highly encourage you to check out our events, really only for the purpose of jumpstarting your creativity. Our tagline is getting you off the couch and into creativity. And so that's really our desire for this event is we don't want to add more to your schedule. We don't want to have more stuff going on than you already have. We just want to provide some prompts, some resources for you to be able to get into some creative projects. And so we're hoping over the next 10 days that you'll jump into something, that you'll finish something that you've been working on for a long time. And that you'll share it with us, that you'll go to artfestonline.com and share that with us. And so That's our desire for this week. Every event is designed with that in mind. It's designed to get you off the couch. So we're trying to be as little of this as possible, of you sitting in front of a screen and watching somebody talk or play or whatever. And so I highly, highly encourage you. There's tons of information on the website. I strongly encourage you to head on over there. There is a couple more comments. I see the Phalens, the whole Phelan family pretty much is here. Christy and Joseph, good to see you. Yes, it looks like the website is not currently letting it stream in the actual website. So I will work on that and make sure that future streams are functioning properly, so that anytime that something is happening, you go to artfestonline.com and it's right there. I'm going to be updating this website every day with all of the new information. So if you're ever wondering what's going on, what's up next, the whole schedule is already out on the homepage of the website. But anytime there's a live stream like this or some event happening, then that's going to be the very first thing that you see when you go to the website. So the website is the central point for this whole festival, largely because, as you know, Facebook likes to bury things and it's hard to find stuff. And so we wanted everything to be in a very clean and clear place so that you're not overwhelmed by trying to find information. So ArtFest Online, it's right here at the bottom of the screen for you to check out if you are interested in learning more. And I also want to announce our hashtag. This is a great way to share what you're working on, to share how you're participating. It helps us understand, it helps us know that people are engaging with it. It's fun to share this. It's very much about community. And so if you're creating a new project, if you are enjoying some of the music or whatever is going on, if you use that hashtag, that lets us know that you're enjoying it. And then we will do our best to also share that with the community, share it on our social media and on the website here. And so if you do want to follow us on social media, we are on Facebook and on Instagram, and then obviously here on YouTube. I would recommend subscribing to the YouTube channel because then you can get notified when there are live events like this one. So hashtag ArtFestOnline, it's a pretty simple hashtag, but if you use that, then we'll be able to see some of the information that you, or some of the stuff that you're doing throughout this week. So I figured just rather than talking about the website, I would just show it to you and show you, highlight a number of really cool things that we have planned for this week. So like I said, if you look at the website right here, right at the top will be this live stream. Whatever is the next event, it will always be at the top. And as you scroll down, you see right now we have some workshops. I'll get to those in a second. And then we have a full schedule of something happening every day. And you may notice it seems like a lot at first, but really we've tried to only put a couple things per day because, again, the point isn't to overtake your schedule and to give you a whole nother thing to do. The point is just to provide little prompts and opportunities throughout the week to get you into creativity. And so then if you go over to the menu, you have About, which if you want to get into sort of more of the details and the heart behind it, we also have some of the organizations listed down here. So I encourage you to check that out. But your main tab is going to be the Events tab. And this page is basically going to give you a bunch of information on a variety of events that we're having. The most important one that I want to talk about right now is our workshops. And the reason I want to talk about them is because they're happening tomorrow. They start tomorrow morning. The first workshop is at 11 a.m. Central Daylight Time. And so we highly encourage you to go over to the website to check out these workshops. We have 4 of them. They're all very unique workshops taught by passionate and skilled and gifted people who really love the craft that they do. And so, and they're completely free. Like I said, because of the sponsorship of some of these organizations, we're able to offer all of our events completely free while also paying the artists who are putting them on. So that's a pretty neat opportunity for us to be able to do that. So the workshops, if you click to learn more, we have 4, like I said. So there is right away at 11 tomorrow morning, environmental art. I'm a little bit curious myself to see how this one goes, just because it seems really interesting, but you know, without attending it, we don't really know what all is going to be a part of that. And so, because I think a lot of it is just looking at nature, looking at the things around you, and then seeing opportunities to create art from what is just naturally around you. And so I think it'll be a very interesting, engaging class. I think there's a lot of really good material that there's actually 2 teachers for the class. And most of the classes are going to be taught through Zoom, with the exception of one class that'll be on Discord. But again, all of that information is online. So environmental art, sculpture, board game design, that's the one that's on Discord. This is a friend of mine named Andrew Voigt, who has designed and published a couple of different games, and he is going to take us through the process of prototyping and designing a board game. It's something that we don't often think of as something that just anybody can design a board game, but it's also something we don't always think of as art. But board games are very artful, and video games are the same way. There's a lot of thought and creativity that has to go into these things, from obviously the visual design, but also just the game mechanics and the social aspects to things. And so Andrew is very gifted at designing these things. He's created some very, very clever games. I own one of them that really is a bit of a mind bender. It's something that you've never seen before. And so, and he is currently actually designing, he's about ready to launch a new board game. And so he'll talk a little bit about that and use that as an example during his class. So that is tomorrow at 2 p.m. So definitely recommend that. And then tomorrow at 4 is a Choose Your Own Adventure creative writing workshop, which seriously sounds a lot of fun to me. This is a type of writing that I've often been interested in getting into. And so basically you as a class, if you take this class or this workshop, will work together to actually write a Choose Your Own Adventure story. And then at the end of the festival, we're going to publish it through the website. And so if you don't know what it is, basically you read part of the story, and then at the end of each chapter, there are options where you as the reader get to choose what action you want the characters to take. And depending on what action you choose, that will influence the outcome of the story. So it's a really unique concept, and I'm very excited to see what this class puts together by the end of the week. So check that one out. And then on Sunday at 2 p.m., so that not tomorrow, but on Sunday, there's a Flash Comedy Theater taught by Ryan Wynn. I think this one's going to be a ton of fun. I think it's fairly straightforward as far as you're going to write and perform a play on a Zoom call. And I think it'll actually be a lot of fun. I talked with Ryan a little bit earlier today, and he's got some great ideas in mind for this workshop. So I highly recommend you check that one out as well. And with all of these teachers, they are all very qualified. They have experience in a variety of capacities in what they're teaching. So you're going to get a high quality education. These workshops are only going to be about an hour, hour and a half long. And again, I highly encourage you, if it's nice where you are, to take them outside and to enjoy participating in the class while also enjoying nature. But again, the point is to just get you outside of the box. Even if you don't take any of these workshops, they're interesting workshops on purpose, because we want you to start thinking, oh, what is art? And maybe I have something creative to contribute. Maybe there's something that I can get into that's not so unattainable. I think there's a lot of ideas out there of like art is this, this very austere thing. You have to go to these really fancy colleges and have all these important people looking at your work. But that's just not true. Art is creativity. Art is culture. Art is everywhere and is accessible to all of us. And so that's the heart behind this festival, is to really give you some of that encouragement, to give you some prompts. And, for some of you, if you're like me, maybe you need a kick in the pants. Maybe you need a little bit of a boost to actually get started on that project you've been meaning to do for a while. So those are our workshops. We have contests. We're giving away money. Not only is the event free, but we're actually giving away money. And there are 2 contests that we have. So the first one is the individual artist contest. And basically what this is there are 3 parameters, 3 prompts that we want you to create something during this week. So the goal is, this is not something you've created before. This is not a work you already have. But it's something that you are custom creating for this event using the colors of the ArtFest Online logo, which is red, blue, and yellow, as you can see behind me. And you can choose any shade or form or even suggestion of the color. It doesn't have to be the literal color, especially if you're writing a poem or a song or something like that. But to incorporate those 3 colors in some way into your artwork. And then we also want you to incorporate the theme of bloom or blooming into the artwork in some way. Again, interpret that how you want. It's wide open. We just want to give you some parameters, partially because my belief is that limitation is one of the most important tools for creativity, but also just to ensure that people are actually creating this during the week. And then we just want to hear just a little bit about your process, again, just to make sure that it's something that has been created during the week. And so just write a sentence or two about your process. And the reason that it matters that you create it this week is it is a contest. So there are cash prizes. The grand prize winner is going to win $200 cash. And then we have second place at $100 and third place at $50. And so it's worth paying attention to this contest. It's very exciting. I think I'm really excited to see what people put together with these parameters. And so definitely check that out. And the deadline for that will be next Friday night. So a week from today will be the deadline for getting that in. The second contest that we have, let's see if I can pull it up here, is the Lego Story Contest. This is another one I'm very excited about. Basically, the Lego Story Contest, you have to dump out your Legos, work with the people in your house or in your family, and write a Lego story, film it, and then submit it. And that's all you have to do, except you have to include these three elements. And so in some way, again, you can interpret these how you want, but you need to include a character, which is a superhero. You need to include a prop, which is a flower that's either red, blue, or yellow, just like the other contests. And then you need to include this line of dialogue. I don't think before I act. It's part of my charm. So if you include those three elements and you use Legos to tell your story and film that and submit it, then you have a chance at winning a $100 Lego gift card. If I was not hosting this festival, I would definitely be interested in that contest. So those are our contests. I want to talk very briefly about the music. This is all throughout the week, and so I don't need to go into depth on this. The main thing that I want you to understand about the music is, again, we're trying to make it more than just something that's happening with you sitting on your couch. We want to make it three-dimensional, and so we have two categories of music. We have dinner music, which starts at 5:30. And then we have after hours, which starts at 8 p.m. And depending on the day, there are different things going on. And so definitely check out the schedule on the website. But dinner music is designed to be music that plays in the background while you sit down to dinner. We want you to cook a meal, to get takeout, and to sit down with your family, with your household, with some good friends, and just enjoy some live music. And actually, with that in mind, we have included some recipe suggestions for you on the website as well. And so, as you can see, I don't think I have it on this page here, but just click around. You'll find it pretty easily. And we've got recipe suggestions and a bunch of other fun stuff with that. We have classical music that's going to be played. We have show tunes on Monday night. So Emily Balter is our first musician. She will be playing 2 shows on Monday night. Dinner music, which will be show tunes from famous musicals. And then after hours, which will be classical piano. And then we just have tons of other music throughout the week. My wife, Andrea, is going to be playing solo flute music on Wednesday. I will be playing 80s inspired ambient synth on Wednesday night, if you're interested in that. We have a couple of singer-songwriters, and then we're going to end the week with a friend of mine, Brett Winters, who's actually releasing his very first full-length album. And so we're going to do a release show on Friday night. And so lots of really fun and cool stuff happening there. I won't talk much more about that because I want to try and wrap this up around 7 so that we can play some music and you can go and enjoy the rest of your evening. But we need to talk about the interactive game. This is very cool. This was designed by Samuel Phelan, and he did a wonderful job of putting this together. Basically, if you're a fan of escape rooms, this is going to give you something of that experience where I talked to Samuel about designing basically an escape room for this event, and right away he had tons of great ideas that really innovated on the concept. And so it's not just a point and click kind of thing. It's not just answering questions. It's a very immersive, interactive puzzle game, essentially, where you are trying to solve the crime of an art thief. And so I had a couple of friends test play it last night. They had a ton of fun with it. You do need 4 to 6 players to play. Again, we're trying to provide opportunities for community. And so we really want to make sure that you're not doing things solo and you're not just sitting in front of the computer and watching something. And so it is interactive, and you need at least 4 to 6 players in order to play it. So again, if you're interested in that, head on over to the website to sign up for a time slot, and I don't think you will regret that. Communal art project. This is designed by Diane Enns, and basically the concept with this is simple. There's a template on the website that if you download that template or print it out and paint on it or kind of work with photography to line up with the lines of the art piece or of the template that is provided, then all of those will be put into a larger artwork where all of the different submissions will actually be a part of the greater artwork. And so this is basically an opportunity for the larger community to come together and work on something. And so you have the individual artist contest, which is very much about you as a solo artist or somebody interested in art participating. You have the Lego contest, which is more your household and your community. You have the interactive game, which is, could be a larger community. And then you have this, which is the full community, is anyone can submit to this and it will be a part of this larger art project. So definitely encourage you to check that out as well. Just a couple of other things is we have next Saturday at 10 a.m. we will be announcing the Lego Story Contest winners. And then our final sort of showcase of the art that was created throughout the week will be next Saturday, May 23rd at 7 p.m. So yeah, I need to take a breath because that's a lot. Oh, and I didn't talk about the gallery. So I'll talk about this very briefly. We have a gallery page where all of the submitted art is going to be from all of these different things that we've been talking about. There's actually already a ton of really cool art that is on there right now for our open gallery. So our open gallery has been open for a couple weeks now. People have been submitting stuff. Actually, let me just pull this up here. Let's do this one right here. People have already been submitting stuff, as you can see, some really incredible artwork that people have been submitting. This is always open, any art form, any artwork at any time that you've created it. So there's not really any parameters for submitting to this art gallery. And so definitely check all of that out. I think we're going to enjoy this festival a lot. And yeah, I feel like I'm probably missing something, but all of the information is on the website. And again, we're really, really trying to make this website work really well for you. And with that, if you do run into any issues on the website, definitely shoot us an email through our contact page, or you can always email us at info@artfestonline.com. Because we want it to be a really good experience. We want it to be really accessible for people. So if you do have any questions about that, now would be a great time to ask them. I'm going to take a drink of water here. And there is a little bit of a delay, so we'll see how long it takes for people to submit questions here. But yeah, we're just really excited about this event. We're really excited about the opportunities that some of these artists are getting through both as participants, just as people participate in various forms, and then the artists themselves who have agreed to be a part of this event. This, it's honestly a bit of an experiment for us. We really desire to continue to foster the arts during this season, and this gives us that opportunity to do so. And so I hope that you participate in some of this. Again, check out the workshops. Those are tomorrow. Those are kind of the things that are right away. There's still room in all of the workshops, so definitely go and check those out. Again, if you have any questions, definitely reach out to us. And that's it. So if you're still watching, thank you. Again, my name is Nate Shepard. And all the information that we've been talking about is on artfestonline.com. And now, if you want to stick around and hang out with me, I'm just going to mess around with some different sounds on my computer and try and create some dance music. And I guess if you do want to ask questions while I'm playing some music here, you're welcome to, and you're welcome to leave. That's totally fine. And I'll probably play for, a half hour or so. So we'll be here till about 7:30. And thank you for tuning in. And get off the couch and into creativity. All right. Let's start with the beat. Let's see. Let me know if this is too loud or too soft or whatever. What do you think? Does that work? And we need some dance lights too. There we go. slow it down a little bit. If any of the 7 of you who are watching, if you have like suggestions for like style of music or something, let me know. I'll slow it down here. Or sounds that you just want to hear, whatever. Yeah, it's a little groovy, yeah? trying to get the right groove here. It's not working properly here. There we go. Give it up there for the 70s analog lead. Hey, Matt from Michigan. That's my brother. I don't know if you can hear me over the music here, but I'll go for another 10 minutes or so. If y'all have any requests, I did see Samuel say he wanted me to do... let me turn this down just a little bit. I saw that Samuel wanted me to do 1534 time signature. I'm not sure what that would even sound like. We got some Caribbean steel drum with the New Orleans horns and California smooth piano. That's a good way to describe it, Joseph. Thank you. And my mom always saying that she likes it when I play acoustic piano, but that's not a dance party, Mom. That's not how dance parties work. Usually you have to do dancing. I mean, I'm not dancing, but I'm providing the ambiance for dance. Christy likes 1970s tunes. This is kind of like a mixture. I'm not an expert on styles to know what the mixture is here, but I mean, we could change up the beat. That probably would help. But the rhythm, you know? Ooh, there we go. Come on. Got some Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood going on. Anybody feel that? Christy likes the chimes. What does she think of the transatlantic beat? I'm grooving with it. Come on now. Let's put that trumpet back in. I like that little fill there. What if we threw an arpeggiator on that 70s analog lead? Did you feel it? Feel like we need that? What we got here? 8 notes. Start rapping, if I could. throwing a analog arpeggiator here. Bring it around again to the Latin fire percussion. Come on now. Let's add in another trumpet. All right, thank you very much. My name is Nate Shepard, and that was just a little bit of dance music to kick off ArtFest Online. So, if you haven't already gone over to artfestonline.com and checked out all of the different things that are going on this week, then you should go and do that right now. We've got a ton of fun things, including myself playing a little bit more of this kind of stuff, although with a bit of a preference for the 80s ambient synth. I will be doing that on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. in this exact spot on our YouTube channel or on our website if we can get the website working. Christy says don't stop. I do have to put my kids to bed, so I do have to stop. But that was fun. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad that you were all here. I'm excited for this week. Share this with your friends. Start working on some art. Check out all the stuff we have going online. And I think that is all from me. I'll play you out with just a few more seconds of this music I was just playing. So thanks for joining me.